Coming up today on Wednesday's News Valdosta, one injured and one man killed after being involved in an accident.
And one local councilman has turned himself in after drinking and driving.
Claire Contavita will give us a look at the weather, and Joshua O'Hara will bring us the latest in sports. News Valdosta starts right now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Erin Ellis.
And I'm Ariana Deans. Two men are in Lowndes County Jail today following cocaine busts in Valdosta and Lake Park. On Monday, 4 law enforcement agencies served search warrants at the homes of Bunch Street in Valdosta and Golf Drive in Lake Park. This was a major investigation by the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department, the FBI, the Southwest Georgia Gang Task Force, and the Valdosta Probation Office. The searches led to a recovery of a 1/4 kilogram of cocaine and in items used in manufacturing cocaine. Investigators say the street value of the cocaine recovered was $24,000. Anthony Seizure and Kenneth Bernard were arrested and taken to Lowndes County Jail and booked on a variety of charges. Each man is charged with trafficking cocaine, distribution of controlled substances within a 1,000-feet range of public housing area, and the possession of tools for the commission of a crime. Authorities say they have been investigating Kenneth Johnson's involvement in cocaine distribution for several months.
The U.S. Marshal Service has issued a warrant for the arrest of 2 Tatnall County escape prisoners. Chad Everett Dasher and Raymond Thomas Smith executed an elaborate escape plan by escaping from the roof on January 24, 2014. Both men are charged with multiple accounts of crime spree in the state of Georgia that occurred in 2012. Dasher is described as a white male, 5'9", tall, and 140 pounds. Smith is a white male, 6'1", and 200 pounds. Both escapees are considered armed and extremely dangerous. A $2,500 reward is being offered with anyone with a tip on these men and their location.
Albany police have confirmed at least 1 man dead and another injured after a truck struck a pole in East Albany and then caught fire. ADP said around 1:25 a.m., 2 brothers were driving west, speeding, and the truck hit a light pole and then multiple objects before coming to a stop and catching on fire. 39-year-old Petrelli Williams was taken to Phoebe Putney Memorial Hospital, and his brother, 36-year-old Constanza Williams, died on the scene. Police say Petrelli Williams is in stable conditions and his injuries are not considered life-threatening.
Lowndes County Sheriff's Department made 2 drug-related arrests yesterday at Briarwood Motel. Amanda Lee McKinney and Cleveland Watson were found in a hotel room that contained approximately 17 grams of ecstasy, valued at $340 total. Watson, who had active warrants out for his arrest, was found hiding under a bed in the room. The 2 were arrested and charged with possession of ecstasy.
The Valdosta City Councilman has been charged with hit and run and failure to notify the owner after striking a fixed object. The councilman turned himself in to the police this morning after being involved in a single traffic incident early Sunday morning. Police report Councilman James Wright of District 1 abandoned his F-150 truck on the intersection of East Central Avenue. After officers investigated the vehicle, they noticed that the front passenger side collided with the utility pole, then continued moving forward onto the curb, running over a speed limit sign before coming to a stop at the end of the utility pole. Wright was the only person in the truck at the time of the collision, according to reports. Investigators say Wright had been drinking, which caused him to leave the scene of the accident. Wright was booked, but is released on bond.
President Obama is sending FEMA down to Georgia as he signed the documents declaring Georgia to be in a state of an emergency in response to the approaching storms. Governor Nathan Deal has ordered the state offices to stay closed today. Deal signed an executive order last night barring employees from reporting to work unless they're involved in the state's emergency response to the storm. A state of emergency covers 91 counties throughout Georgia, and officials have said the storm is expected to lead to slippery roads and widespread power outages.
The city of Valdosta officially hired a new fire chief yesterday. Freddie Broom was named the new chief, replacing current chief J.D. Rice, who held the post almost 20 years. Broom is the assistant fire chief for the city of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He has been with Winston-Salem Fire Department since 1996, joining the department as a firefighter and advancing through the ranks. Broom was selected following an intensive search that brought in 60 applications for the job. He was then chosen from the final field of 11 highly ranked candidates and will start the job in March.
Coming up, Lowndes County School Board members wrangle with a new calendar for next year.
And a restaurant chain says it's making a big change of its products. We'll have this story and more when we come back.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I love learning.
I believe in service.
I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why I chose.
I chose Division 2.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Lowndes County School Board members are dealing with some complicated budget cuts that are affecting the district school year calendar. The board made changes for the new calendar a year affecting the 2014-2015 school year. Due to budget cuts in the government's education funds, schools were forced to have at least 4 unpaid days off this school year. Governor Nathan Deal has agreed that schools should be restored to the standard 180-day calendar and eliminate furlough days. The government says he also plans to put about $500,000 back into K-12 funding. Based on that information, the Lowndes County School Board approved the new calendar Monday night without any furlough days. Now all they're waiting for is approval of the funding from the state legislature.
A zoo has pulled bananas away from their animals because of the fruit's high sugar content and calorie content. So are bananas good for us? Yes, but only in moderation. The sugar content in bananas are generally high and is very similar to one found in cupcakes. The calorie count is a lot higher in bananas than most, but that is attributed to the 3 grams of fiber that comes from a single banana. So if you're looking for a sweet treat, grab a banana.
Chick-fil-A says it's planned to make an ingredient change for its major product. The fast food chain says it's going to offer customers all-natural chicken within the next 5 years. This means that they will no longer use chickens that have been given antibiotics. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has reported that antibiotics in meat has led to an increased growth in dangerous bacteria. They say that this has led to unnecessary illnesses and poisoning among customers.
8.7 million pounds of meat have been recalled this week. The meat comes from a company in North California called Rancho Feeding Corporations. The Federal Food Safety and Inspection Service declared that the meat disease is unfit for human consumption. The Federal Department of Agriculture says that the animals were not properly inspected before the shipment went out and should have been disposed of. This isn't the first time this year this company has had a recall on meat products. Only just a few weeks ago, it recalled 40,000 meat products of tainted meat. Meat from Rancho Feeding reportedly has been seen in North Florida area, but not yet in South Georgia. Officials have not yet released the items that were recalled.
A company in charge of producing numerous products for infants and children has issued a recall for nearly 3.8 million children's car seats. The recall began after findings that children can get trapped in belt buckles that may not unlatch, but the company has drawn the ear of federal safety regulators who say the recall should include another 1.8 million rear-facing car seats designed for infants. The recall covers 11 models made from 2009 through 2013 by Grace Children's Products of Atlanta. It's the 4th largest child seat recall in U.S. history, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the government's road safety watchdog.
It has sure gotten cold since yesterday evening. Up next on News Valdosta, Claire Concevita will give us a look about all the details and when we will predict the warming up.
And Joshua Harrell will bring us our local sports, all this and more when we come back, so stay with us.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. Now let's turn to Claire Contavita and the weather. Claire?
Thanks, Erin. We are definitely feeling the effects of Winter Storm Pax today. Today we have a high of 53 degrees, but it feels like 42 degrees with the cloudy skies and 80% chance of rain. Today's forecast does predict a huge block of thunderstorms throughout the south and rain specifically coming our way later in the afternoon. So if you're traveling around Interstate 75 and other areas of the south, please drive safely in the freezing cold weather and rain. Tonight, don't expect things to get any better. The temperature will drop to a low of 36 degrees with an 80% chance of rain, which increases our chance of freezing rain should the temperature drop a few more degrees in the late evening. With Pax looming over the south, winds will travel between 10 and 15 miles per hour, which is not bad at all. Don't expect heavy damage like other areas of the south, such as North Georgia. Tomorrow, the weather is going to be a bit better with temperatures reaching a high of 57 degrees. That may not sound like much, but the chance of raindrops down to about 10%. The sun is even predicted to come out as well later in the afternoon after a morning full of cloudy skies. Be thankful for this weather, folks, because thousands are without power in other areas thanks to Winter Storm Pax. Today, our UV index is very low thanks to the weather. Valdosta's index is a low of 1. There won't be much sun peeking out today. That, mixed with the layers of warm clothing today, no one should get a sunburn. And thanks to this rain, all of the pollen from last few days are getting washed from our cars. Today, our pollen count is a very low of 0.7. I know car owners and people with allergies are happy about that, but the case of sneezes and coughing are spreading around, so be careful despite this low count.
All right, thanks, Claire. Coming up next, we'll check in with Joshua Harrell for our local sports update, so don't go away.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're going to need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. You can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future.
That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more
persuasive.
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED.
Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
back, and joining us with the rundown on our local sports is Joshua Hare. What's up, Joshua?
Thanks, Ariana. The Wildcats men's basketball team ended its regular season with an impressive 65-51 win against second-ranked Tift County and 16 wins for the season. Now they'll be heading to the Region 1-6A tournament to take on the region's top basketball teams. Even with the team's strong performance, Coach Haynes says he's sure there's much to improve on. Currently, the team is only making 30% of shots from the free throw line. The tournament will be hosted by Brunswick, and the regional championship game will take place this Friday. In soccer action, the Valdosta Wildcats took down the Cook Hornets 12-1 in a two-game sweep last night to open the 2014 season. The Wildcat girls beat the Hornets 7-0, while the boys beat them 5-1. Even with these impressive wins, Valdosta coach Brent Doubt said the Cats will be focusing on where they need to get better. Both the girls and boys team will be taking on Thomasville this Friday. At Valdosta State, the Blazers' Mike Reed was named Player of the Week for the Gulf South Conference after Valdosta's 5-0 defeat of the Lions. In that game alone, Reed hit .667 with 2 doubles, 8 RBIs, and 7 runs scored. The Jacksonville transfer says that the potent players who surround him have definitely been beneficial to Valdosta's GSC victory so far. It still doesn't hurt that Reed is a genuinely talented player who hit .231 in 8 games with the Dolphins last season. Lowndes High School coach Danny Redshaw has been inducted into the Georgia Dugout Club Hall of Fame for the 300-plus victories Redshaw has won the past 16 seasons. Those victories include a state championship in 2000 when the Vikings were ranked #2 in the country by Baseball America. The team was the state runner-up in 2001 and made 6 semifinal appearances and earned 4 more quarterfinal berths. Other inductees included Cartersville's Stuart Chester and West Georgia's University's Skip Fight. Colquitt County High School has a riflery team that had a match yesterday against Crisp County. So what happened? Colquitt County had a great showing, putting up the most points that they've ever done in a single match all season. Colquitt scored 1,120 points, beating Crisp, who scored 1,018 points. The win is guaranteed during the kneeling competition, where 4 competitors scored above 90 in the event, ensuring the Packers win. And that's our sports report for today. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Joshua. When we come back, we'll learn more about the new city construction projects that are going to affect traffic.
And the Georgia State Patrol conducts some highway checkpoints. Stay with us.
Get your ass up. You're not in here. Yes, I am. Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help, but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back to this Wednesday edition of News Valdosta. Travelers along Rivers Street in Valdosta may want to take alternate routes for the next few weeks. That's because the city began installing new stormwater pipes before it built new sidewalks from High Tower to Beck Streets. Now this means different stages of the work. Lane closures will be necessary and traffic may slow down. In fact, everyone should slow down when driving through the area to protect the construction workers and other drivers. The stormwater and sidewalk projects are being funded through SPLOST 6, tax revenues approved by voters last fall.
Yesterday's News Valdosta reporter Darian Barber told us about the increased alcohol-related driving offenses in Valdosta. Now we've learned this, Georgia State Patrol and Colquitt County officers arrested 9 people last weekend for drunken driving on county roads and state highways. More than 20 people were taken off the roads and jailed, including 2 of the felony drug offenses and several more for marijuana possession.
Although Valdosta and Lowndes County have been spared from the cold and snow that have hit other parts of the state lately, we still have at least another month when temperatures can get below freezing. And for some people, that means living with little or no heat. But now a government agency may be able to help them pay those bills.
The Coastal Plain Area Economic Opportunity Authority is offering to help members of the general public pay utility bills. The program is funded by the State Department of Human Services and provides direct payments to suppliers of gas, kerosene, wood, coal, propane, and any electricity to people in need. Families have to meet eligibility requirements, and the money is available on the first-come, first-served basis. To enroll in the program, contact the local Community Services Center on 900 South Troop Street in Valdosta.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Erin Ellis.
And I'm Ariana Jeans. Join us next time.